Good morning. Say good morning.
Good morning.
I want to show you the show that Ember likes to watch. Look at this. Look at this. I don't know what this is, but this is like Ember's thing. So today, we are not working on the bus. We are gonna do some stuff around the house that needs to get done, and then I'm also gonna kind of tell you where things are at with the property. So make sure to watch the whole video. It's gonna be a property video. I'm gonna make something to eat for Ember Wild and I, and we'll go from there. You want to show people your car? Oh wow. I interrupt to show you. Ember, you want to show people your princess shoes? That was just so cute. I had to show you that. We're going to work soon. Welcome back to another video. We're hanging out with Ember earlier. Yeah. There's going to be a lot going on in this video, right? We need to do some stuff around the house. Have to. Right? The weather's starting to change a little bit. Winter's kind of getting close. Let's go outside. A lot of folks were saying I could do this well myself, so I'm gonna look at it. We got some other things we need to do. There's a lot going on. The biggest thing too also is there's been another letter, not from the county but from another entity of the state. And we're going to address that later in the video. I kind of want to go down to the courthouse and talk to them before I put that in this video, so I have more answers. So yeah, stick around for the whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about buying a house. I don't know. I have not had a good experience, but let's get some work done. First thing we want to do, it hasn't really been raining and there's some stuff still growing somehow that doesn't need to be growing, so I'm gonna take this poison, go spray some stuff before it gets a little crazy. First mission, let's get on it. Hello? Hello? What's up? Hello? 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 Alright, I want to get these roofs brushed off, and then I want to get these gutters cleaned out. Here's the plan. Okay, so my last video about the pump, everybody was saying I could do this. Looks like, well, that's just sitting on there. So it's only, it looks like this is just, so the only connection is here and to there. So it's like 1.25 inches. So I'm gonna take a photo of all this. I'm gonna go to the hardware store and see if I can just buy a pump there. Go from there on that. Now let's talk about this other stuff that's going on. So I got a few things going on. I guess I'll touch base on something real quick, and then we got to go in town, do some errands, and you're gonna find out why here in a second. Okay. All right, so we were just doing some stuff around the property because it rained yesterday and just brought me the realization that winter is coming, and like these roofs were covered and gutters were clogged, so that needed to get done. There's also some stuff I need to do to the back of the house that we'll talk about in another video. It's not gonna get done today. But the biggest thing is I was going through my mail and I got another letter. You know, the letter that started all this to begin with? Property is a foreign territory to me, right? Like one day I'm gonna sit down and do a whole video on what I've learned so far, which has been substantial because of the problems that I've come across. So I don't really know what I'm looking at, and I'm not gonna show you the letter, but from the gist of the letter, it's from the state of Oregon. I don't think it's the same people I got the letter from before, but what I think is going on is when I'm dealing, so where the property is right now, I'm still waiting on the engineer to finish drawing the paper so I can submit it to the county. It's out of my hands. I'm waiting on that. That's why I'm not trying to do too much to the house, because right now it's still illegal, right? The property. So I'm just waiting at this point, which is why I'm not doing much to the property, and which is why I'm building a bus right now. Anyways, this new letter is, it looks like they're trying to charge me back taxes on the illegal structures that were here, which are gone now. They've been demolished. So I didn't even build the buildings. The illegal buildings got recorded into the computer. I had to demolish the buildings, and then now somewhere in the system, it's showing that I had illegal buildings, and they're basically trying to collect taxes on them. And there's like two numbers on it. One's really big, one's small, right? So I don't know what I'm looking at. What we're gonna do is drive down there right now, which is why I wanted to try and get some of this stuff done so that we can have time to go downtown and find out what this letter means. I could be over exaggerating. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at. So I'm gonna go down there and have them tell me to my face what's going on, and if it's affordable, I'm just gonna pay it and be done with it. If it's crazy, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So let's go take a drive, and while we're out in town, we're gonna go get some materials and stuff we need for some projects around here. So we're gonna be going out doing errands. I'm not gonna film all that. First thing I'm gonna do is go to the courthouse and find out what's going on with this letter, and then I will tell you. So at the end of this video, you'll know what's going on. So let's go down there and find out what's going on with this letter. All right, here's the letter. I was just telling Jaylena and Debbie that I should be a dang housing developer for as much as I'm down at the dang county building department. Maybe I should do that after this. Anyways, let's go. I forgot. we got to pay the bills. So we're going to hop into an ad real quick. You're going to want to stick around because you're going to find out what happened at the county after the ad. So we'll be right back after these messages. Hello, everyone. I would like to introduce you to this week's video sponsor, Lightly Backpack Car Fridge. Let me say that again. A portable car fridge that's a backpack, right? The first of its kind of insane. So imagine having your backpack where you have all your storage compartments, you can tote around all your things, but you also have a rechargeable 12-volt fridge that you can carry around drinks and not have to deal with ice and things like that. Kind of crazy. It's 77% larger capacity than most everything in its class of this size. Ergonomically, it's comfortable. These backpack straps have some nice pads. It's comfortable. Yeah, I mean, you can zip around with it, no problem. The temperature, and imagine, and so with it being 12 volt, you can plug it into your car with this adapter right here, and you'll be able to charge the battery up, and the battery is also replaceable, by the way. So you don't necessarily need a wall outlet to be able to charge it. It's made to be on the go. The temperature range is -4 to 68 degrees. So you could be freezing stuff or just keeping stuff cool. It has a rapid cooling function, so you can get the fridge cool just within 15 minutes, which is very fast. Has an anti-tilt protection with 40 degrees and vibration resistance. It's also pretty quiet, so you're not going to hear it buzzing super loud. So Lightly Backpack Car Fridge, thank you so much for sponsoring this week's video. Discount code, more information below. Just got here. We got to pay for parking, find out our fate. I just got back. I think I'm going to wait to get home to tell you what's going on. Yeah, it's kind of a lot. Well, hello. We're doing another one of these little story time videos, kind of. I guess I'll let you know what's going on. So, a few things. So, I went to the courthouse and did a bunch of other errands, right? And one of the other errands I did was I went to Home Depot to just see. Everybody in my well pump video was telling me that that quote was crazy, right? And pumps are only so much money. And you guys were right. I'm glad I made the video because it's like, I don't know, right? I don't know how to do a pump. I thought you had to be like a contractor. I don't know anything about this stuff. And everybody's like, you can buy a pump at Home Depot. So I was like, huh. So I went into Home Depot today while I was out in town. And I just walked in there, asked them if they had well pumps, thinking they were going to tell me I was crazy. And they pointed me to the aisle. A shallow pump, which is 25 feet or less, was like $300, and then a deep pump was only $500. Mustache Mike in my pump video sent me $500 super thanks. So Mustache Mike, thank you so much. And I think he sent that because he knew how much the pump was. And I was looking at the pump today, and it doesn't look crazy. It looked like 3 connections. I'm still going to watch a video on it. But I think at this point, I mean, they quoted me $1,500 to $4,000, I think. I don't remember exactly, but that seems pretty high if the pump's only $500. So $1,000 to install it? I guess I don't know how crazy the install is because I haven't done it. But so I think in our next Tuesday video, I'm going to attempt to put a pump in. So little tip for next week, potentially. I didn't buy the pump because they didn't. Okay, so they had the shallow pumps in stock for $300. My well is 95 feet deep. and they didn't have the deep pump in stock on the shelf. So that's why I didn't buy one while I was there. I think I'm going to attempt to do it myself. Okay, back to the letter. Now, went to the courthouse, and it was a letter from taxation or whatever, and basically they were saying that I owed back taxes on omitted buildings on the property, which everybody who's been following this whole journey so far knows I didn't build any of these structures. I just acquired them with the purchase of this property. Man, how do I talk about this? I want to be careful about what I say too. So, turns out he is the actual guy. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but when I bought this property, a guy from the county came here and measured all the buildings. Turns out he is the guy that I talked to today who was out here that day. And what happened was, so this is facts of what happened, because it's all just a blur of everything going on, right? The facts of what happened is, when this property sold, when I bought it, they were wondering why it sold for so much above the taxed value. The reason is because there was a bunch of buildings here that were never legally put here. So they weren't paying taxes on them, I guess, right? I showed him the photos. I told him I went through the demolition permit, and most of the stuff is all gone. So he's adjusted it, but I still do owe money, back taxes on the structures that were here, but he's removed them from the tax. Man, there's so much I've learned about property. I don't want to get too deep in this video. I'm probably going to make a whole video on the things that I've learned and what to look for if you're buying a property just from this experience. And the stuff he told me today, it's like you don't even need to have a secret password or code. Like you can get right online on the records and what to look for, but nobody does it. And anyways, that's a subject for another video. So let's focus on the subject of what's going on here, right? So, and I hope I'm right in what I'm assuming. He knows that I just bought the property when he came out to, and there's some legal stuff going on, so I'm trying to be careful. I bought the property when he came out here, right? So what he's saying, what I'm assuming is I owe the back taxes from his visit when he came on these structures. I don't know what's going to happen with these structures in the previous years before that with the other guy. That's not on me, right? 20 years of back taxes, or 30. Anyways, so it sounds like I'm going to be charged the back taxes on the omitted buildings from the beginning of 23 or whenever the heck I bought this place. And he's adjusted, it's called the tax roll, as of, I showed him the photo of when I finished the demolitions. I think it was in June. I don't remember exactly. And we're all square. Everything's good on that side of it, right? So I'm still waiting on the engineer, and yeah, so the tax stuff is all good. It was on me for the back taxes from when I took possession. And this guy really knew what he was doing. Like, he went and found when the structures were built or permits were pulled or whatever. And like I said, I don't know what's going to happen with the other guy, but karma might be catching up at this point. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. Just so you guys kind of know what's going on. I think I'm going to try and keep Tuesdays property or updates on the property, doing stuff around the house videos. And then Sundays, I'm working on the bus. And I still have some projects I can do while it's not legal. The property isn't legal, so I'll be working on those. yeah, but make sure you guys watch the bus videos too, man. You know, I gotta pay the bills here. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in another video. I'm updating you guys as I learn more through this. And at some point, I'm gonna sit down and talk about everything I've kind of learned in the last 2-3 years on property, which seems to be way more than the average bear ever deals with. So, okay dokie. Bye. Thanks for watching. Peace.